I just wanted to see if compliance is in the World Book Encyclopedia. A lot of women had asked me, well, why do you want to pay for breast implants? Yes, for the women that volunteer to give me babies. Well, a woman's breast stretches to a certain diameter, right, a shape. And when they're no longer lactating, right, it seems to shrink and then it goes very, very small. Now, for a lot of women, the most natural breast implant they could have is their nursing breast size and shape. Now, it's approximately 2 months. I take a photograph with a special type of picture in different positions, and I actually buy the breast implant for every woman. I designed them myself. Yes. We just put them in a shoebox and put them up there in the closet until we're done. Well, we're sure we're done having kids, and then I pay for a surgery so their breasts look like the largest breasts, either width or length. Yes. For the rest of their adult lives until they're no longer ovulating or they married somebody else. Now, I do that because they volunteer to continue having sex with me after we no longer having children, so they. I know. Now, I do that because my thought is the most natural form of a woman's breast is when she gives birth to a baby, starts to nurse approximately. Well, from day one, actually, they do nursing, yes, but approximately 2 months later. And then, pooch, I ask them to just nurse the baby for about 15 minutes. A lot of women don't realize that the concept of having an orgasm causes their mammary glands to produce milk because of the stimulating of. And the thought is that if they just, they, well, I explain it to them. Oh. Now, I know that these breast implants, there's a couple different concerns. One is the scar tissue that it causes. Yes, now, there was this question about exactly how do you influence, oh my gosh, the country of Colombia. I love Colombia. You know, that's where they grow most of the cocaine leaves. Colombia. I myself don't participate in narcotics, but as a nation, I find them fascinating because of their having this bad reputation. They're like the bad boy of nations. I thought there were a lot of individuals in Colombia that I'd like to help. Where, well, I have an attraction to certain nations. Yes, and Colombia is one of them. Now, this concept. Well, I don't know why I'm attracted to certain nations. Oh my gosh, compliance. Could you get me the actual surgeries of every breast implant? I'd like to know how you sewed in. Ooch. Now, we went through the plastic surgeons of this great nation, didn't we? Why don't we go through and see exactly, oh my gosh, it does happen. There's another type of plastic surgery that happens to a lot of women because I have done the study on it. It's called labial lips reconstructive surgery. For those that get super beautiful that said, well, I've had a couple children and for some reason my labial lips they stick like 2 or 3. No, I'm exaggerating. A quarter to a half an inch outside of the outer labial lips, and it's really too far because it's uncomfortable. What I do is, I think that that actual procedure is very, very smart because it can be so uncomfortable for so many women. So it is both breast implants and the labial lip reconstructive surgery if it is uncomfortable for them before having children. I did, the study on it is if it's really more than 1/8 to 1/4 an inch outside of the outer labial lips, it can be very uncomfortable, and some women are like, well, I'm concerned about it. The inner labial lips should be inside the outer labial lips, or maybe just a small amount outside of them. It can cause a reduction in the actual sexual nerve endings, so sex is not pleasurable. Yes. And then when giving birth, a baby gestates in the womb, and then that cervix channel pushes towards the vaginal opening until it dilates. And all of a sudden something happens and it pushes the rest of it out too. Yes. And when that happens, you don't look the same, do you? There was some dogs that thought that every woman should look like she has never given birth, but after you do, it doesn't look the same. Doesn't mean it's not